I've no idea how painful this is going to be. Ow. Ah. So I've got a whole video on the Dr. Pen M9 device, which is their most recent device. So I'm using a 36 pin cartridge, so it's more diffuse, and that's more suitable for the scalp as opposed to using it on your face or your neck. Dr. Pen make this Peachaboo hyaluronic acid serum, and you apply this before you start microneedling, and it will help the needles glide over your skin. So I'm going to set the depth to 0.6 and the speed I'm going to put it on 1. So some people use the gliding method where they run it across their skin. I don't do that. I use a stamping method where you hold it and then you move to the next. So first of all, this is much more sensitive than the skin on my face. So the idea with microneedling is that you're supposed to provoke redness and at the most some pinhole bleeding from the needles, but you're not supposed to have blood dripping down your face or anything too extreme. Funnily enough, I can hardly feel it on the left hand side of my scalp. That's funny. So it's suggested that you do 3 passes. So you go over the same area 3 times. If you've used microneedling yourself on the scalp, please comment below. Let me know what depth you use, how often you do it, and does it work for you? And does it hurt? So I can see that the skin is going red, which is great. That's what you want. I've gone backward and forward across my hairline, so that's 3 times. It's gone slightly red. It's not painful, it's actually not too bad. So now I'm just going to go slightly into my hair. It's only this area at the front that I want to thicken up. It's not actually back here, so I don't need to go too far back. So what I'm going to do, I'll try and section off each section. So if I start here, ow. So I've watched this being done in clinics, and a lot of places they use like a anesthetic gel to stop any pain, because it's much more sensitive than your face, that's for sure. I've fast forwarded this section so the video isn't too long. I went over the front systematically, parting the hair, and remember you want to try to go over each section 3 times. Don't put pressure on the pen, let the needles do the work. So why does this actually work? Each of those tiny needles creates a micro injury in the skin, nothing you can see. Then your scalp responds by flooding the area with blood and growth factors to repair it. That's the whole mechanism. More blood flow to the follicle means better conditions for regrowth. Dr. Pen also sell this Peachboo hair growth serum, which stimulates hair growth. It's got sesame oil, it's got ginkgo biloba, ginger, it's got all kinds of ingredients to stimulate hair growth. You apply this from 24 hours after you finish microneedling, and you can apply this every day if you wish, and I'll link this below. So what I would say, if you could get someone to help you to do this, it would be a lot easier. So if someone can stand above you and just, go along and part your hair, especially if you're having this done on the back, you won't be able to do that yourself. That would be a better option. Also, you want to do this in front of the mirror, but you can see it's red. It's not painful, it's not uncomfortable, it's just a little bit red. This has taken me just 10 minutes to do this section, so it's super easy. And hopefully this will be something I'll be able to fit into my regular regime. So I do microneedling on my face once every couple of weeks. So what I might do now is change the cartridge to an 11, then do my face and my neck and then I'll get it all done in one, and then hopefully I'll remember to do this every few weeks. So you're supposed to do this. There's no consensus, right? There's been lots of studies, but some people say when you're starting to do this once a month, others say, once every couple of weeks. Depends whether your skin is still red or irritated after the first time you do it. You certainly want to wait for it to calm down and go back to normal. So I'm going to probably do this once a month to start with. There have been loads of studies done, so it definitely does work. The risks to be aware of is, first of all, everything has to be super clean and sterilized. Secondly, you don't want to do this too frequently because you can actually end up causing scar tissue, and you don't want the needle to be too deep. Again, if it's too long, then you could create scar tissue which will hinder hair growth. So the studies have used between 0.6 to 1.5 millimeter needles. I definitely wouldn't go anywhere near deep as 1.5. This is the first time I've ever done this, by the way. And you want to use a pen because the needles go vertically up and down. If you use a roller, then there's a risk that it's going to actually tear the hair and damage the hair shaft. So to recap, I used the Dr. Pen M9 with a 36-pin cartridge. I applied hyaluronic acid serum before, and I used the depth of 0.6 millimeters and a speed of 1. And 24 hours after, I used the hair growth serum. And I'll link all these products below. If you've got any questions or comments, put them below. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.